Hey guys, welcome back. I'm here with both Colby and Aaron. First of all, Aaron, consolations,
Thanks.
apologies. You know that those look like two rough games.
It was a little harsh. A little
Um,
harsh.
Good news is fourth place, guaranteed at this point. So you'll at least be an alternate to that final
Cool.
in September. And we got plenty more opportunities coming up. Also, having seen a couple of your games today as in between rounds, you did really well.
Yeah.
Do you feel pretty good
The
about
deck
it?
was pretty good. There's
Yeah.
a few things that I would like to change in that NBN deck that I was playing today.
Yeah, it's interesting. You guys are the two NBN making news decks, and you're playing two very
Representing.
different lists.
Yeah, it was very
Yeah.
interesting when I saw the opening hand on the first run, or on the celebrity gift. I definitely knew I was up against something I never played before.
Right. Yeah. And so predictive algorithms. Do you like it? Is it working?
It's
for
been
you?
fantastic.
Yeah.
Most throughout the whole day, I've been making people pay 6 to 11 on agendas because I'm
Wow.
playing red herrings and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
yeah.
So, if people go and steal one of my agendas that I leave open, they're paying 11 credits, and it leaves me open for 2 scoring windows for Astro or a Beal or something like that.
Right.
So it gets pretty nasty, and then you can leave R&D open sometimes because of it and stuff. It's a great
Yeah.
card.
Cool. And so on the flip side, when you
Yeah.
were running, or I'm sorry, when Colby was running, how did you know he didn't have a code gate breaker?
Honestly, I didn't. I knew from most lists I've seen, Lady and Ottman are available,
Right.
but I just kind of said, all right, my deck has 7 code gates in it, so Toll
Yeah.
Booth and Viper I think are 2 of the best dice in the deck. So once you get Toll Booth up, that's a plan to just take a chance on R&D behind, knowing it's going to take a lot to run into it. So, I think the Toll Booth helped a lot, and then the flare over the remote. I mean, it kind of allowed me to keep the Sansan resed for a while, and
yeah.
that helped me get the extra Astro counter.
Yeah, I was trying to find the legwork there for the longest time. I was
Yeah.
drawing 2 cards a turn trying to find the legwork and just couldn't get there because I knew it had to be agendas there because I looked at the top 3 times and then
Right.
that Maker's Eye run saw 4 non-agenda cards, so I didn't. They had to all be in hand because he just scored them all of them.
We commented on that, how you got the Maker's Eye run sort of right after he drew them all,
Yeah,
and then the legwork right after he scored them all.
Yeah.
It was
bad timing on the draws
and,
there.
and not
Yeah.
being able to find another SMC or a clone chip to bring anything back was rough.
Yeah,
But hey, that's Netrunner, right?
That is
Sometimes you
true.
get a bad draw. Otherwise, you guys looking forward to? I mean, you said you want to make some changes, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
Any-
definitely going to make some changes. I was playing, for my influence in that NBN deck, I was playing 3 Itchies and 3 Celebrity Gifts.
Okay.
I want to keep the Celebrity Gifts. Those were fantastic all day. The Itchies, though, I'd like to change those and move the influence around. I'm probably going to put some more Ashes in because
Okay.
I think Ash would be a good fit in there.
Sound familiar? Aaron?
Yeah, I
Right.
completely agree with that. Believe
Yeah.
me, with that idea, I mean, having a base strength of 6 on that trace,
Yeah. Wow.
it gets out of hand
yeah,
quickly.
that's rough.
Yeah, and it just works on combination with what I'm trying to do, which is just make them super expensive agendas to steal.
Mhm.
And what I'm also looking for is I think I need a little bit more end to run ice. There was a lot of problems I had without the end to run ice. Like I take out the Itchies, I probably put the Code Vipers in like Aaron has.
Yeah.
Viper, yeah.
The Viper, which is fantastic in the deck.
Yeah.
And maybe another end to run ice or 2 would be better than the Itchy. The Itchy, it helps a little bit, but with being able to click through it most of the time, it's
Yeah,
just
it's-
Yeah, we were talking on the floor. I know some of my earlier keyhole runs, I was able to neutralize the wraparounds, and I mean,
Right.
I have
Yeah,
a barrier
that was
breaker, but
important.
still, I mean, that would have definitely stopped the madness
Right.
that is just repeated keyhole
Absolutely.
runs. So I was lucky that I was able to hit those early because I think one of those, and it could have been a very different game.
yeah, that shows you the power of keyhole that game.
Yeah.
Took
for
all
sure.
my eyes, couldn't
Didn't
do
even
anything.
didn't even install a breaker.
It's a plan in and of itself, and it's tough because I've had to train myself with that deck of I'm naturally a more shaper player by nature of you
Right.
kind of run when it's safe. But once I saw Data Raven, I said, you know what? He may have Scorch. I've had worse in hand, so I said if he can double Scorch me, I'm not out of this. And if I can just kind of go all in on the keyhole plan, I can either hit the Scorches. And again, I didn't know what he was running at the time because I haven't seen that deck
Right.
before. But I just said,
You just gotta go.
keyhole, go for it. Hope he can't get ice. Kill
That's-
as much ice as I can. Kill as many
Yeah.
Jacksons as I can.
That's another
That's
funny
fair.
thing about the deck is a lot of people try to play around Scorch, and
Yeah.
I think what won the game for you is you
You
just went
just-
straight
Yeah,
tag,
just
tag,
gotta go
tag.
for it.
Yeah, and I mean I did make a misplay there putting the RSVP on top of R&D instead of putting it over archives.
Yeah.
And I realized that as soon as I laid it, I was like, oops, I left it on the.
Right. Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's tough when you're in that position under a lot of pressure. That happens.
Yeah, because I think at least if I did that, he would have had to find a code gate breaker to get through.
Right. What about you? Any changes you're thinking about making?
Yeah, last minute I added a Mimic to Max. I cut a couple of cards, but honestly, I've seen plenty of swordsmen today, and honestly, it wasn't the deciding factor one way or the other. I've got parasites in there, so I think that's honestly enough to deal with it. Most people run one at most, so you can either keyhole it away, wanton it away. So I played around it because I thought Architect and Swordsman were threatening enough, but honestly, having gone through it now, I think I just I'd cut that, and I'll think about what I'm going to add. But I think that the other changes I made, Pacer, who I know you've had on camera interview me, we talked yesterday about a couple of changes, adding the second singularity in the last same old thing, and honestly, I think both of those were absolutely the right call.
Yeah, good to hear. Good to hear. Well, again, congratulations to you.
Thanks, sir.
You've qualified. We're going to see you at any more of these tournaments just experimenting, having fun?
I'm hoping to be at Ravens,
Cool.
you know, probably have some different decks. I've had all of Clot that I can stand, so probably something a little less fast advancy. But,
there
you know,
it is. There it is,
I'll definitely be back with some
Clot is a
different
good
stuff. This tournament was great. Really happy we're doing the series, and looking forward to the event later this year.
Cool. And Colby, I hope you're planning on coming back out, trying to
yeah, I'll definitely be back.
break into the top 3.
I hope I can get there next time.
Yeah. You can blame Aaron for stealing it from you
I
this
know,
time.
Aaron.
It was,
Jeez,
it was a great matchup to see you two play for it. It was
a lot of fun.
Yeah. So with that, I want to thank these guys for coming out, playing, and interviewing with us. I think we're going to get Pacer in here in just a minute to talk about his matches, give you a little update on those too. So stick with us for just another minute, and we'll have him on the camera.